Hello, my dear listeners. I'm Sir Fwogwhyol, and today I will be reading lore from the book The Wraeclast Chronicles. Tonight, we study the Halani Gates and the quiet power hidden inside roads, waterlocks, maps, and forgotten tunnels. We will hear Asala, Risu, Shambrin, Balbala, and the Hooded One, then ask why a closed gate can wound a whole desert. A gate in the Vastiri carries stone, law, trade, and fear in the same frame. It decides whose caravan crosses, whose dead can be reached, whose goods survive the heat, and whose army arrives in time. Power often looks like a throne because stories enjoy crowns. In the desert, power may look like a pass, a route, a locked mechanism, or a name still remembered by people who travel.
This outpost seems to be part of a trade route, so we should be able to find a Marraketh caravan. They are an honorable people, and I have no doubt they will assist us.
The Hooded One notices the shape of the region before he knows the people inside it. A trade route means contact, obligation, risk, and help that can be negotiated. Trade is the desert speaking in practical terms. Water, steel, cloth, beasts, stories, and warnings all move along the same lines. Break those lines, and society begins to shrink.
One of the trails of corruption leads towards the Halani Gates. Anyone who would wish to leave this region must pass through them. The Halani Gates are closed for the first time in 1,000 years. This can only be related to the beast. We should investigate the Faradan's camp in the halls of Modon and demand answers.
The map gives the first warning in code language. Anyone leaving the region must pass through the Halani Gates. Then Asala gives the age of the rupture, 1,000 years without such a closure. That number matters. The gates have outlived rulers, feuds, droughts, and ordinary raids. Closing them is a declaration that normal Marraketh movement has ended.
The Halani Gates are closed, and the Faradan hold them in defense of the beast. We will have to find another way. The Halani Gates are closed, and the Faradan hold them in defense of the beast. We will have to use this traitor's passage instead.
Asala reads the closure as occupation. The Faridun are holding a choke point in defense of the beast, and a direct road becomes a fortified refusal. The forced alternative is ugly even in its name, Traitor's Passage. The Marraketh must use a path remembered through shame because the lawful road has been taken from them.
The Halani Gates are closed. Then Jaman-Ra must have succeeded in capturing them. He planned to close the gates to prevent the Marraketh from interrupting his harvest. A siege from the front will be impossible now. But there is another way, an ancient passage lost to time. It was used by the traitor Balbala. I can show you where it is, if you will use it to stop Jaman-Ra before it is too late.
Risu understands the gates as strategy. Her warning contains a harvest protected from interruption, a front siege made impossible, and a secret road suddenly becoming precious. Her information changes her position. The defector becomes a map. Knowledge of the hidden way gives her leverage, and leverage lets an outcast speak inside Marraketh plans.
The Marraketh forgot the location of the Traitor's Passage long ago, but we Faridun kept the knowledge of it for many generations, in the hopes one day we could use it against them.
This is one of the sharpest lines in the act. Two-story. The Marraketh forgot a passage tied to their disgrace. The Faridan kept it alive for generations, waiting for a day when memory could become a weapon. Rejected people remember different routes. They learn gullies, ruins, tunnels, abandoned names, and the places official memory refuses to visit. That knowledge is bitter and real.
If you are traveling through Traitor's Passage, there is something I wish to ask of you. The traitor, Balbala. According to the tales, she is still sealed there, somewhere along the tunnel, as an undying jinn. She served her sentence long ago, but knowledge of the location was lost. It is long past time to release her.
Shambrin brings the hidden route into moral focus. Traitor's Passage is a military opportunity, yet it is also a prison address, a place where an old sentence has continued past its purpose. The Maraketh have strict traditions, and strict traditions can preserve justice long after the living forget where justice was buried. Shambrin asks the traveler to repair a memory failure.
Long ago, when Keth was the shining jewel of the Vastiri, and our trade routes were the envy of the known world, a weak-willed Sekema named Balbala betrayed her Akara for a promise of Wraeclast, a mythical elixir said to bestow great power. She led a band of foreign warriors through secret paths to the top of the Halani Gates. Taken by surprise, the Akara was slain to the last woman.
Shambrin's older tale widens the gates beyond the current war. In Keith's height, trade routes were envied across the known world. The Halani Gates guarded a civilization's circulation. Balbala's betrayal worked because secret paths mattered. A hidden ascent could undo what walls, guards, and ordinary routes were built to protect.
The Halani Gates where I committed my crimes were waterlocks for a river. Now there is nothing but sand and salt flats.
Balbala gives the missing architecture. The Halani Gates were waterlocks for a river. Now sand and salt flats remain. The desert is built over a vanished water system, and the old machinery still shapes war.
Let us see if the defector's information is truthful. Infiltrate this passage, find your way to the top of the Halani Gates without being detected, and then call for aid. I shall answer.
The map turns the hidden route into an order: infiltrate, ascend, call for aid. Control of passage has changed hands again, this time through a defector, a forgotten tunnel, and a foreign traveler.
If we can allow the caravan through all 3 gates, my warriors will swarm them under.
When the battle reaches the gates, Asala speaks of the caravan itself passing through. Victory is measured by movement. If the Ardura can pass, the political body can breathe again. This is why the Halani Gates deserve their own chapter. They gather trade, water, ancient shame, Faridun memory, Maraketh law, and military necessity into one narrow place. Tonight we learn that passage in the Vastiri is law made visible. A closed gate can halt trade, isolate the dead, protect a ritual, or turn an old secret into the only road left. Next time, the road leads toward the figure casting his shadow over all of this, Jamanra, the risen king, and the question of what kind of memory can turn a rebel into a banner. That's all I have for you tonight. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. There is much more lore and many more stories to come. Thank you for taking the time to watch my content. Until then, take care, and I'll see you next time.